Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to Moments with Bella. I am Bella, your host. I just started saying that for fun, so okay. So today I have I don't know how you take it, a juicy one for you. My first time going to a witch doctor. Yes, I went to a witch doctor. So, I don't know, I'm pretty sure if you are African, maybe you don't even have to be African, you have heard something about witch doctors. Yeah, it is very common, not only in Africa, but all over the world, but very common in Africa. So, it was in my first year of high school. I went to, and then during my time, during your high school years, high school means 11th grade, sometimes 10th grade, then you can go to a boarding school because usually in the school or usually at the school, at the village, there is no 10th grade. So we usually go away to a school a little bit far from your house. I grew up in a village, and there, because the school is far from the house, you live in the boarding school. We call it the hostel. So I went there for 11th grade and 12th grade. That means 2 years. In my first year of high school, I did not have the best of anything because I'm from a very poor background, okay? I did not have a school uniform. I did not really have shoes at all. I did not have nothing, okay? So we are eight. Well, we weren't eight, we were seven that time. So we have to share everything. This is a story for another time. The clothes I took to school, the bed sheet, because you have to bring your own bedding and stuff like that. So I had nothing actually. So it was an embarrassing time of my life going to a boarding school where you will meet maybe people from wealthy middle class family and have best thing well prepared to go to school and things like that. But it did bother me, but what can you do? I made do with what I had. It was not much at all. So, but I learned to braid hair. I learned to braid hair and I was really good at it. So, kind of like in the middle of the year when I got comfortable and settled in, I started braiding hair and I was getting money. And that is how I bought myself my school uniform, like the shirt, the skirt, and the socks and the shoes, you know. It was white, a white long sleeve shirt, or you can have a short sleeve shirt, and a dark blue skirt. And because I was away from home, I can buy as short as I wanted it. But I was still modest and still considering home and all that stuff. So I didn't buy it short. I bought it just a little above the knee, you know. So I managed with my money to buy myself these things. I could buy nice lotion and even some little cheap perfume from Snip. Yeah, but then you are wondering, what does all this have to do with you going to the witch doctor? It's coming, okay? So, I would ask you, if you're listening to me for the first time and you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please to take this moment before we continue to the next story or next part of the story. Take this moment to subscribe. And if you're already a subscriber, take this moment to share and then come back to the story and just give me a like. Thank you. I have to be a little theatrical for you. Thank you very much. So, I started making money because I was really good. Plus, the hairstyle back then, they weren't really complicated, but I always tried new things. I did them on myself, And then other people were wondering, who did your hair? And I said, myself. So mostly the people with money are the grade 12. The high schooler, the second year students, they will come to me and do their hair. And I will charge for the simplest hair 5 Namibian dollars. And for the medium hard, I'll charge $10 and then 15. I think the most I charged was 20 or 30, depending on how small or long. I think maybe 25 was the highest. But the money was coming because I also do my fellow student, my fellow first year student, $5, $5 there, and the things were cheaper. So I was making money. Now, in our room, I shared a room with 7 other girls. We were 8. And I remember we had 4 beds in there. And each bed had like a bottom and the top, like bunkers. And on each side, you have 2, what we call lockers. Yeah, urokera, but it's just lockers. A small one, kind of like this big, where you can put your personal item. And it has like a door that closes like this. And then you have a latch where you put a lock, a small lock. The funny thing is, we buy these locks from the same shop. Most of the students. And this shop was called Snip. So we would buy our locks from Snip. And then we found out all our keys could open each other's locks sometimes. But I don't know if my lock was different or not, but I noticed in a short time, after I started making money braiding hair, that my money was going missing. My friend, okay, the thief, whoever the thief wasn't taking all of it. At least I could say this was a gracious thief. Wasn't taking all the money. Would take out like $10, $15, then maybe I'll find I had 13 and I just found 20, or I find 10. And I was getting so angry. Who's stealing my money? And then this person will give, I would say herself, because in the hostel, it was only girls. There were no boys sleeping together with the girls or so. It was only girls. So I would say, this thief will give herself break from stealing my stuff. They didn't steal nothing else except my money. Give me my money. And I fumble with their money. Plus, I really work hard for this money. Like I told you in the beginning, I had nothing. And I could buy myself clothes, I could buy myself shoes. Cheap, yes, but it's my money. I worked for it, I was getting extremely angry. So angry because it happened maybe more than 3 times that this person stole from me different times, more than 3 different times. So I don't know how to stop it. But yeah, when your door to your locker is closed, sometimes a person can maybe squeeze a hand there. But how do you just know where my money is? So I was always making money since I was a kid. I was selling something, I was working for something. I buy myself what I need because I'm from a big family and you can't always get what you want. So I was selling things to buy myself the things I need. So it angered me very much. It angered me very much when somebody stole this money. So that I didn't get from home because there was no money for me. So I got very angry, and one day in our room, that's why I knew the thief was in our room. I said, I am going home. And by the time I'm coming back, whoever steals my money will see. That's what I said. Mind you, okay, there are people from our belief that know things, spiritual things. I don't know nothing. Okay? So I do not know nothing. My going home, my threat of going home is not like I was going to my grandmother. It's not that I was going to my grandmother who I was sent to deal with you. My grandmother would just maybe say, my grandchild, just take this $10 and go back to school. Because she also has no power to deal with anybody. But I vowed, make this very strong threat, I'm going home. But I was really going home though. Guess what I was going to do at home? In our nearby village, there was a witch doctor, a well-known witch doctor. For those that are from my surrounding, in Gwena, Orange, Onambombi, there was a witch doctor called Tateka Saman. I wonder if anybody will remember this name and come to the comment and say, I know what you mean. I go to Koka Saman. I will never forget that name. So, my mom never went. My mom is not a person who likes to go there or who goes there. I don't know. I have never seen my mom go to a witch doctor or my dad or anything. But we hear from the village that if your animals are missing, this tate, the tate, Kasamane, the man, would do some things, and with his power, he's able to bring back your lost livestock, your animals. Let's say cattle or goats who wandered off. He has the power to call them back to your house. Now, I remember this man. And the house is not very far from us, because when we used to walk from our house to Okalongo, which is the next small town, we actually do pass by this house of the witch doctor. So now, I told the people in my room, I'm going home. But in my mind, I'm going to force my mom to take me to this house. So I went home. During our school time, we used to have weekends when you are allowed to go home. But this particular weekend was not that one. But I specifically asked for permission to go home. I don't even know the reason I gave, but I got the permission. I went home. With the money that I worked for, I know I could make more money, but I was worried the person would just keep stealing them. So I don't know how they steal them. So it doesn't matter, they'll keep stealing them. So I go home very angry and crying when I told my mom. My mom begged me to just give me the money to go back to school. I said no. It doesn't matter because they will still steal it. That's what I told my mom. Please just take me, as a man, please just take me to that witch doctor. I just need to go, maybe he will do something so this person cannot steal my money again. Okay, brace yourself for our journey to the witch doctor. My mom agreed because I was crying. I was very serious. I was seriously crying. So we went, and I remember we had my little sister. My mom was carrying my little sister, who's now the last born, in the back. We were walking. I think she was also going to get something to Okalongo or to this small town or not. We went, and we entered the house. If you know from the African house, traditional house, it is the fence is made with sticks, usually very strong sticks. But this witch doctor's house, the goats or the animal can just pass anywhere. The fence is just like falling. In the house, there's only one hut, one room, one hut made of, was it even bricks? I think mud, termite hill, mud brick, and then a thatched roof. And even this hut doesn't look very well. So, but as the closer we are getting to the house, the more I'm getting afraid and afraid. I'm like, yo, do I really? I want to change my mind because I'm afraid. I don't know what I was afraid of. So we went. We greet Meumbo, hello, Meumbo. Yeah, oh, Momo. They are badgers. Yeah, oh, Momo. Then we only found the wife. But the wife is not the one who treats. It's only the wife of the witch doctor. So the wife said, Otangpa Feroshi. My mom told, no, this my daughter came back from school. Her things are always getting stolen. And we are looking for help for her because the people keep stealing from her. Guys, the way I was sitting very close to my mom, the auntie, the wife looked just normal. Nothing scary. She's not wearing anything, no snakes or running around or skulls hanging on the trees or nothing. No, it's just a house. But I'm now just afraid that for the fact that for the first time I'm in the witch doctor's house, talking to the witch doctor's wife. We found him with one young man in the house. I said, no, the tate, the doctor, Dr. Kasamane, went to the neighbor's house because they were lifting up a hut. You know, when you are thatching a hut, it's built on the ground, thatched there, and then you have to lift it to put it on the structure of the hut. But you need neighbors to come and help you lift the hut. So he went there, and it was during the time where people were drinking this traditional juice that comes from marula tree. They were drinking omarongo, called omarongo. So, no, he went for a while, but I'm sure he will come back soon. Okay. He will come back soon. But then, okay, fine. And then the lady kept on talking. The wife kept on talking. How he's going to help me, or he helped many students who had a similar problem. Okay, he's going just to give me something. Wow. He's going to give me something that I'll put in my wallet or at the place where I keep my money, so that when that thief comes, when the thief comes, and just go there and touch where the money is. Like, for example, here's the money. When the thief just held my money like this pen, he will not, or she will not be able to remove her hand from my locker. I said, what? So, can you imagine if this was my money? Right there, the thief went in, and then she's just holding it. She's not able to leave that place, that locker. Her hand, she's not able to remove it. She's not able to put it down. Until I come, me, the owner, until I come, and then I apparently is the only person who have the power to set her free. I was like, Chineke, Jesus, blood of Jesus. I was like, what? Me? Now, what I'm imagining is a person stuck on my locker and the whole school coming to witness and thinking I'm the witch. Because I have told people in my room I'm going home and the thief will see. Hey, I'm elbowing my mom. and then the wife said, oh, I'm sure he's about to come back because he went a while ago and I'm sure they finished helping already. He'll come back soon. When I hear he's coming back soon, I say, Mama, please, let's go. Meme, I'm whispering to my mom. My mom, let's go. And then the lady said, apparently we just came empty-handed to the witch doctor. We were supposed to bring a black chicken without a spot, without any spot. to be treated with that. And that's the chicken the witch doctor is going to use for rituals. Of course, we don't know. We don't know what we're supposed to bring. Or it's either a black chicken without any spot, any other color, or a white chicken without any other spot of any other color. Of course, we didn't bring anything. But what I found funny is, we say, now we don't have anything. I think because I was now elbowing my mom, I think we will just have to go and come back when we bring the chicken. So now what I found funny is, the auntie said, no, it's not a problem. He can just help you and then you bring the chicken later. So the witch doctor would treat us and then bring the requirement. I'm like, if you are treating with this thing, it's the one you use for your consultation, why is there exceptions that you can do with or do without it? I'm like, But I have heard of stories that he helped people find their animals or help people with the animals, and the animals just came back home by themselves when they were lost and things like that. So then the man is not coming. And I'm like, Meme, please, let's go. Let's just escape. So then the auntie sent the young man who was here to go to that neighbor's house and tell the Tate Kucha there are visitors at home. And the young man went. Another 10-15 minutes, but the house was not far. I know it was just God. I know it must have been God. Oh, it was just not my time at all to do this, to involve myself in witchcraft, witch doctor treatment. The young man didn't come back, and the tate didn't come also. And the whole time I'm like, Meme, let's go. And finally my mom said, oh, the young lady have to go back to school. We will come back. I'm like, thank God, oh, we are leaving. So, and then the auntie said, it's okay. It's also no problem. You as a mother can come and the tate will do his whatever consultation and give to you, and then you can give your daughter so that it will work the same, because when she go back to school, it will have the same effect. I'm like, And my mom like, okay, no, I will come back. Let me just escort her to go and get a lift so she can go back to school. As soon as we exit that house, I say, Maybe, please, okay, I don't want anymore. Please don't go back. Please don't go back. And my mom is that kind of person who will tease you nicely. She'll say, I mean, I don't want to disobey the witch doctor. I have to go back and with the chicken. And I used to have a lot of chicken at home. Yeah, I can't tell you the story of how I got these chickens. I think I work for somebody. I think I actually did some lady's hair, a neighbor's hair. I did her hair and she gifted me a chicken, and that chicken just kept producing. And another person, I think. That's how I used to have a lot of chicken, my own chicken at home. And my mom said, no, we'll just take one. I think you have a black chicken among your chickens. I'm like, Maybe, please. No, I don't want anybody to get stuck on my locker. And then people will be calling me a witch. Meanwhile, I don't even know anything about witchcraft. So my mom gave me the money that she initially wanted to give me so I can just go back to school. So she gave me the money anyway. I wasted her energy to walk from home and with me to Okalongo to go and get the lift to Otapi, where I went to school. And she went back. Of course, she never went back to the witch doctor, because I'm like, don't go back. I don't want anybody to get stuck on my locker and what. We used to hear these stories that some people stole other people's stuff, and while they were busy taking, they got stuck. I personally haven't seen anybody, or haven't even know anybody who's seen somebody got stuck to an item, but we heard those stories. So when the lady said that, I was like, whoa, you. No, not me. So we went. I never went back to the witch doctor. My mom never went back to the witch doctor. And every time I would go home, my mom would tease me. I passed by that house of the witch doctor and the auntie was asking me when are we going back. It's not true, she was just teasing me. So when I went, because people know it was not a weekend out, I especially went because I was angry. I guess the thief got scared. I think the thief got scared. My money was never stolen again until I left. So, if I knew, I could have just made that threat, go home and spend the weekend and come back without trying to go to a witch doctor. But I didn't know when I was angry, so please, don't do anything in anger. But I was angry, guys, man. Oh, my money was just getting stolen. Imagine you are braiding 2-3 heads and the person will just come and take your money. I was angry. There was no way of don't make a decision while you are angry. I was angry. And that's how I knew the thief was in our room, because only people from our room heard what I said. And I think it's not even everybody that was in the room that day. Or maybe they told each other when they saw, oh, where did Bella go? And Bella went home apparently to deal with a thief that steals her money. I was like, you. So, anywho, that is my embarrassing story of going to a witch doctor. I actually really thought I would never tell this story because it is embarrassing, yes? But I didn't end up being treated, so I don't know what the tate does or doesn't do. I have no idea why he didn't come back. Even after the young men were sent to call him that they are a visitor, he didn't come back. But I believe it is a God thing. Maybe I believe God did not want me to go through this consultation with the witch doctor. So that would have been my first encounter with the witch doctor. But I don't have any encounter with a witch doctor. So, because that was my attempt. Imagine having something in your wallet, God forbid. So I thank God that the man was not there at home and that it didn't happen. But please, people, if you are a young student, don't steal your fellow students' stuff they work hard for. It is painful. It might make them do things that they will regret, because I would have regretted that if it went through. But yeah, just don't steal other people's stuff. So I hope you enjoy this story. And if you are from our area and you know Tatega Samane, I'm sure he died. If you know the house, just say something in the comment. Not that you know the house, but if you heard about this Tate, say something that you have heard about this Tate. And maybe you know how powerful he is, or you have heard of how powerful he is. I don't know. But yeah, that was my story. I hope you like it. I hope you enjoy it. So, thank you for watching. Goodbye. Until next story.